What's up, boys and girls? Tim at Ratdaddy Studios back with another quick episode of what's going on. Geez, what are we about 13 days from Christmas? I'm actually still working on models. Usually this time of the year I'm not doing too much because I'm busy fiddling with stuff around the house for Christmas, but I've managed to squeak in some paint time and it's a little bit of building time. I've mostly been prepping kits because our weather's kind of on the borderline of getting shitty here real soon. So what I usually try to do is get a half a dozen things kind of prepped in primer, hopefully some paint, and then I can build during the really crappy months. When I can't paint, I do have a heater out in my garage area in the studio area where I paint, which helps. I can do some stuff, but the urethane, the automotive urethane stuff, just doesn't like the cold weather. So I'll usually shoot the water-based stuff in the winter months. If it's really cold and I'm desperate to paint something. So, but I've got enough stuff piled up that I'm working on to probably carry me through for the next couple of months. But anyway, let me show you what's going on, what I'm working on. Got a whole bench full of crap here, and some finished stuff and some not finished stuff. So I think I showed you guys Lowbrow Louie, finished him up. Did this for my daughter. He's kind of a duplicate of one I've already built. This is a resin sculpt from Andy Cope over in the UK, and just a cool piece. So my daughter has always loved this piece, so I decided to make a duplicate. So I made her a duplicate, and there he is. I don't think I had him cleared the last time that I talked to you guys. So I got some clear coat on there, just a little bit of really micro flake in there, not a ton. But so that's done. I finished another Mr. Gasser. He still needs a little bit of detail done to him, but he's basically finished. So probably paint an 8-ball, paint the 8 on there. And had to end up having a little crack come out in my filler. I'm not sure how that happened, but when you mud these things up so much, and the seams are so bad on these newer issues of this kit, it's really hard to get around it. So anyway, got him all duded up there, so he's ready to put in the cabinet. And almost finished with this one, which this one I'm really happy with. This is the Deals Wheels, the Malibu funny car. Still needs some detail work, but I actually got the body, glued the windows on there last night. Got the body on there a little while ago, just set it on there. We did some stripes on there. My buddy Chuck sent me some stripe decals. Obviously they're not made for it, so I had to do a little custom cutting, but I like the white over the candy red. I think it turned out good. This version, this is the Funster version, so it has the smoked windows in it. I think the regular original issues were clear windows. The scoop has still got to work on that. It's a disaster. This scoop absolutely disintegrated on me, and so I've got it glued and mudded up, and it's ready for some major sanding. So we've got to finish that up, and I'll get that repainted. And speaking of major sanding, there's another one that I'm working on. This is the AMT, the Stingery, which is a Corvette dragster. And this body is in, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 pieces that you have to put together. So we got some really nasty seams in there. I put it together with CA, and now I've just kind of mudded up those seams because they're not great. So get that sanded. These are really fun though, and I built this up years ago, and I sold the one I had. Kind of wish I hadn't, because it had turned out really good. So got that going. Let's go back here to the little monogram speedboat. Got that in paint, and just got the little driver figure sitting in there. The motor's not on there, but did a little candy work on there, some airbrush work, and little fade work on the bottom of it there, as you can see, and the little engine stand, or the little stand that it goes on. It kind of looks like a wave. I airbrushed that up, and I named it the Nutcracker because of this position this guy's sitting in. You figure if you're bouncing off of waves, you're just kind of, your nuts are somewhere between your ass and the back of your knees. So yeah, so that's where that came from. Sorry, hope that doesn't offend anybody. Anyway, Der Beetle Bus. I just blew through this thing this week. I'm gluing windows in. In fact, I just sat this on here. That one of the windows is probably gonna fall out. But I shot this in candy lime and candy persimmon. Those are both House of Colors. I'm gonna try to take this back off of here because I need to set it down. Jeez, man. Hang on, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, these are fun. I hadn't built one of these in years, and I'll tell you what, you forget when you don't build these old AMT kits. I mean, it's great that they're all reissued. I'm stoked that these are back out, and of course, a lot of people are in the Volkswagen stuff, so it's really cool. The little body's really cool, but you know, you forget how badly these little kits go together. I mean, this little suspension was just a nightmare. Nothing fit. I had to grind on and sand on and drill and use all my tools to get that little suspension done. It's still not done. It's got some little wheelie bars I got to go on there. And I'm not doing anything super detailed on this, obviously. It's just a fun little build. But I've got, my buddy Curtis Hutton had sent me pictures of his collection. Curtis is out in Oklahoma, a really great guy. He has got one hell of a collection. Really beautiful. And in fact, I just put up a gallery page for him on my website. So if you haven't been to the website, go check it out. It's www.Ratdaddy Studios. Make sure there's an S on the end of that, .com. That will redirect you to a Smug Mug site, which is a photography site. But I've got thousands of pictures on there. But in the gallery of finished models, you will find a folder that's got Curtis Hutton's work in it. And it's mostly, there's some videos, and it's not a lot of individual shots. It's mostly shots, group shots of a lot of models. But his collection will blow your mind. But he's got so many of these old cool show rod kits, and I have a lot of them built too. Not all of mine are out on display. A lot of mine are in plastic tubs, unfortunately, because I don't have the room to put them out. But really got me motivated to work on some of these. And I sold all my original AMT kits. I had all of those old show rod kits 20 years ago, almost 25 years, yeah, 25 years ago. And then in 2000, when I was building my 1-to-1 32 Ford, I sold that collection off. Now, back in those days, eBay was in full swing. Things were crazy. Prices on those show rod kits, those original kits, they would go anywhere from $200, $250, $300 to the really rare ones would go for $500 or $600, and people were battling over that stuff on eBay. Curtis was on there battling with us. He was called TD Nut back then, Tom Daniel Nut, TD Nut. And he was like everybody's arch enemy, because if he made up his mind he wanted something, no price was too big, he would bid on it. And generally outbid all of us and piss us off. But we got to be friends over the years. He's such a good guy. He's such a talented model and such a talented painter in real life, car painter. I mean, his paint jobs are incredible. So anyway, check out Curtis's work. It's on my website, and I hope to be adding a lot more stuff. I've added a little bit of stuff in Chuck Darnell's gallery as well. And there's some new stuff in my folders on there too. So take a roam around there and take a look and see what's going on. And anyway, and I got the rest of the paint on this 1/12 scale AMX, the 70 AMX from MPC. I need another one of these kits. I butchered the chassis on this because I was trying to pro street it, and it just didn't work out. And a friend of mine, Jim, had printed me tires and rims and stuff in this scale, and let's see, not 1/12, this is 1/20th, and it just turned into a disaster. So I really, even if you've got a beater or a parts kit, I need a chassis and interior tub mainly, because that's what I hacked up on my kit. But I liked it so much, and I had the body in such good paint that I just don't want to give up on it. Everything, I've got the motor almost done, and all my interior components are painted, which I really just hate it. But these kits, these guys are wanting $60, $70 for these kits or more. And I just hate to pay that. I've made offers on several kits, and they just, nobody will budge. So anyway, if you've got one of these kits laying around, if you don't think you're going to use it, you want to sell it at a reasonable price. I mean, reasonable to me would be 40, plus shipping, maybe 45. So let me know if you got anything. But anyway, so that's it for now. Try to keep this short and sweet. I have got to actually get behind this wall. There was actually a cubby hole back behind here. I got to move all my bins out here. This is on wheels. I put this on wheels on purpose so I can roll this out of here. And all my Christmas wrapping paper and everything is back behind there. I keep that stored in there so it's nice and high and dry. So I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to be sending some gifts up to Virginia to my son and daughter up there this week. My granddaughter's going up there to visit for a week, so she's taking everything with her. So we got some wrapping to do here in the next day or two. We're going to need to get all that stuff done. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. Hopefully I'll see you one more time before Christmas. I don't know. We're getting close. If I may not have time, but when I get my Santa suit, I'll probably do a short one to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. The beard's getting good. Got my new Santa boots the other day. Those came in, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, we're ready. So anyway, but I hope you guys are all building. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you again real soon. And enjoy your holiday with your family and your friends. That's really what it's all about. And the gifts are great and everything else, but and try to remember the reason for the season. So that's why we're all doing this. So you take care, and I will see you again real soon. Thanks for tuning in.